Well, welcome to Off the Top podcast. My name is Fred.
I'm
Um,
Brent.
yeah, we this podcast is. I mean, it's the first episode. We're kind of just starting off with some basic topics, and I guess the backstory of the name Off the Top is just we didn't want to do anything concluded just to one area. We just wanted to basically go off of whatever we feel like is interesting and kind of just go off the top of our heads. And obviously, it's in the name, but I think it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, honestly, like even just from all the podcasts that I've watched, like or watch or listen to like while I'm at work or just like while I'm kind of having some downtime, like it's always just like an interesting thing to think about like, man, I could really get into this because I feel like I have stuff to talk about. I feel like I could, you know, connect with people and maybe people connect with what we talk about or enjoy what we talk about. Just to
Yeah,
kind of
definitely.
give people an outlet, say if they want to try something new, you never know. We might be talking about if, especially like if you're into esports or gaming or just like interesting stuff in general. I think that we can definitely provide a lot of that. Um,
Yeah, I've definitely seen in the past, I don't know, I would say year or two that the podcast industry has climbed a lot and
oh
grown into
yeah,
something a lot more. I mean, you see all these major YouTube creators like look at Jake Paul or not who's the older brother? Logan Paul?
yeah. Logan Paul, he's got impulsive.
Impulsive. Yeah. Like that's all he does now. And like he's been generating more views from that than like doing his actual like YouTube skits. Look at
Exactly.
The Nelk Boys. Like, dude,
Dude, I
they're
know, man.
interviewing Trump
Yeah, exactly.
twice.
Like
Like that's
they've
just
got they've
nuts.
got yeah, they've got Trump, they've got freaking, Trump Jr. They bring on some really interesting guests and I feel like they're not like I mean, I watch their podcasts and listen to their podcasts almost daily and it's just interesting because like it's cool that they're not afraid of like what people can kind of do to them. Like they're not afraid of getting taken down and stuff like that. And I like that they put out raw content and stuff like that. And that's
I
really
know.
interesting
After
to
that shit
me.
with
And
Steve.
exactly, dude. Like especially like what happened to Steve was just wrong. Honestly, I'm glad that he's found his new home on Rumble, though. I mean, I still watch his videos like as I mean every time they come
Yeah,
out. I think they come out like every Thursday or something like that.
yeah. I
But
don't blame him. I'm this cancel culture bullshit. Like look at Andrew Tate.
yeah, dude. Like, I don't get me wrong. Like, I don't agree with absolutely everything he says, but he really called his future, dude. Like, he
Oh
literally
yeah, I know.
he called it. Like it's absolutely insane. Like
Yeah,
the whole cancel culture thing is honestly like it's what's going to destroy. I mean, it's already destroying a lot of people's lives. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I mean, you see all these people getting banned off Twitch, banned off of social media and stuff like that just for voicing their opinion.
yeah,
Well, mainly before like Elon Musk bought Twitter, you were seeing all these people getting kicked off and everything like that. And it's like,
dude.
well, why are they getting their stuff taken down when they're just, they're speaking their truth of their opinion when we're supposed to have freedom of speech, but at the same time, other people with, you know, like super crazy ideals are still allowed to
Yeah,
be on certain platforms and it's like who are we like why are we listening to certain people, why can't we listen to everybody and see what everybody has to say about it and not only go off of one side of the spectrum? Because I mean if you think about it, or actually you don't even have to think about it, we see it every single day and on every single social media app. I mean I don't know what all apps like you were on, but I mean I'm on basically every single one. I see it every single day. Like you'll see a tweet from somebody and then all of a sudden like they're just like they'll come out with like a video of like apologies of this and that. Like everything's just too sensitive nowadays and nobody's allowed to
yeah,
actually like just have their own opinion. Like
yeah.
everything is so censored and it's just it sucks. 'Cause-
Well, I don't know if you're like big into Twitch and stuff, but do you know a YouTuber named Patrick CC?
I've heard of him, but I've never really like looked like into him.
Dude, you need to watch, and whoever's listening, there's a video. It's like one of the topics that I kind of wanted to discuss. Patrick CC released a video about how Twitch will be its own demise, right? And he talks
I
about
don't, dude.
how,
I honestly do not doubt it.
yeah, he
I
talks about how
honestly do not
easy
doubt it.
YouTube could take control over the streaming service. And like you see all these major, predominantly male creators who get banned for essential, like look at Doctor Disrespect. Dude got banned and nobody still knows the reason why. Permanently banned, lost everything. You
Yeah,
got
and then
Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross got banned permanently. Kai Cenat.
yeah, I was gonna say,
He literally broke the record for the most. He did the subathon where he streamed for 24/7 in February, and they
yeah,
banned him. But like,
dude.
do you
I
have Twitch on your
remember.
phone?
Yeah, I got Twitch on my phone.
Dude, open it. Go to Twitch. Go to the Discover, right?
Yeah,
Click the just chatting page. Just chatting. And you're
Discover.
gonna see how many fucking like half naked females and shit are on there. Like talking. Shit like that doesn't get banned. But like you have people
Dude, like, okay,
expressing their opinions on a sensitive subject or whatever and they get banned for that. But like you can have some fucking 24-year-old girl half naked showing her ass and
oh,
tits
100%. Well, I
for
mean,
fucking
everything
money.
is so, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, we're both men with wives. Like, we understand that women are important. We understand, you know, we have to love our women and everything like that. But when you get to like stuff like this, like what I'm seeing right now, that like this is where a lot of the ideals are coming from because if you just look at it, this is what people are allowing on their platform, but they're not allowing men to do their kind of their own thing. It's
Yeah.
not like a dude's pulling down his pants and just letting everything hang out. It's not like he's talking super
Yeah.
bad about anything serious.
Yeah, if
It's
you go to the
just
just chatting, bro, you're not gonna find one guy like working out or something. Like
exactly,
that shit's not prioritized. They would rather put like a chick fucking shaking her ass for subs at the
dude.
top of the just
Literally,
chatting page.
I wish that I could show this on video, but literally this one is literally just like a girl standing in a sports bra in front of the camera. Like what like this doesn't make any sense. Like
Yeah, well,
why
I
is
mean,
this
I don't
allowed?
know.
What-
Like,
but it shows like what is allowed on the platform and what's not allowed on the platform. And
yeah,
it's like how you have some of the biggest names like you were saying, Kai Cenat, freaking Dr. Disrespect, Aiden Ross, like you have these guys going on there and they're like putting out really good content and they're inspirational for some people. And you have them generating the most value, I believe, for Twitch, and they're the ones getting banned because of, you know, certain stuff that's going on their stream or because people are, going on social media and creating lies realistically just to get these people banned and get like to just say their own opinion to get people in trouble just to get them canceled so they can't be like in power on Twitch.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to see. Like in that Patrick CC video, it explains a lot, like the breakdown of all the money
Yeah.
situation. It was saying like in 2022, Twitch reported like 2.2 billion dollars in revenue and stuff,
See,
and it's
that
like
is
where's all that
insane,
money
dude.
coming from? Because like he breaks it down by like how much Twitch makes from like bits. Yeah, it shows how much they make from like bits, subscriptions. Because I think if you're an affiliate, Twitch takes it's a 50-50%. Then
Dude, you
once
know
you
what's
become like a
crazy?
partner, it's a 70. You keep 75% and Twitch gets 25%. Don't quote me on that. I don't know though.
Yeah,
I
but
think it's something
well,
like that.
another crazy thing to me is like, you were saying Kai Cenat was like one of the he was like he broke the record for all this kind of stuff. He was bringing so much attention to Twitch.
Yeah.
The only thing that Twitch ever gave him They didn't even give him a
The
partnership or
sneakers,
anything.
bro.
All they did, all they gave him was they put him on the home screen. That's it, dude.
Oh, dude, did you see
What?
that? They sent them the package.
What package? I didn't see that.
You gotta look. Twitch sent them the package, and it was a
Oh,
fucking
was it
$20 pair of
shoes?
sneakers. Yeah, it said King
Yeah.
Twitch.
Okay. No,
That was
I
it.
did see that. I did see that, dude. And that's so lousy, dude. You're gonna give somebody that's bringing so much revenue and so many people to your platform. You're only gonna give them a little bit of spotlight and a pair of custom
Yeah.
sneakers that ain't worth nothing to
Patrick
nobody.
talks about that shit. Like he brought Twitch like tens of millions of dollars in the month of February because of his subathon, but
And that's
sent them a
insane.
$20 pair of sneakers.
And even like all the guys that have been like canceled on Twitch. Like, think about the guests that they were bringing on, dude. Like Aiden Ross has all these rappers and influencers coming on. Same with
Yeah.
Kai Cenat, like, you know. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, one of the guys that got banned, Speed, like, he's funny, bro. He is honestly so funny to watch.
For real?
But
See, I've never been in the speed, bro. I think that
no,
feels like
dude, don't get okay. I think he just plays the game of being like so far out there that people look down on him. But at the same time, dude, he like I personally like I don't know if you watched his haunted house video, dude. Bro, that video was so funny, dude. Like he was going along with the entire thing. Like people would scare him and he would just keep going back and forth with the haunted house employees and they didn't know how, dude, you could just see it in the employees' faces. They didn't know how to react. They literally had no idea like what to do. They couldn't scare him anymore. They just were like and they walked away. You could see it, dude.
yeah.
Like
Well, okay.
I
All
don't
right, all
know.
right. Yeah, I'm sorry to we got a little bit off track there talking about Twitch.
Yeah.
But give it a little explanation about yourself, man. What
Well,
you know, how old are you? What are you doing right now?
I
Uh,
mean, I'm 24. I turned 25 in like 2 months. So, I mean, I'm about to be officially old. I don't know. I got, obviously, I got a lot of physical issues, but I feel a lot older than what I actually am. But at the same time, I mean, I'm just living life day by day, and uh, I mean, I'm just kind of chilling, working, or like working, all that kind of stuff.
yeah, I feel
Just
you.
trying to live.
I feel you. How's life been since the Navy?
I mean,
Is there a
not
sense
bad.
of
I
missing it?
mean, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I feel like I'm still there. Like I'm not even joking, bro. Like, I'll wake up, dude. Like, I mean, I still have my uniforms and stuff. I'm not gonna throw that stuff away. It's memories. But I mean, it's kind of like I wake up and I have this sense of like, I'm ready to go in today. But then like I wake up, I snap out of it and I'm like, oh wait, I'm back in my my home state, you know. I'm glad I'm back in my home state and I get to go to work and get out of work and be able to do whatever I want whenever I want, not have to take orders from nobody. But there definitely is like a factor of missing it. Like I miss my guys, like when I made second, they made me for you that don't know the Navy rank, like second. When I say second, that's E5. So like I was in charge of my like entire division except for like my first class, but he really didn't do shit. He was a dirtbag. Um, but I mean, I miss those guys. Like I still get calls from them all the time, and I talk to him every now and then. And one of the guys that was actually that he was my E3. Um, he was my most promising E3. He actually wanted to learn like because I was a machinist. So I worked on mills, lathes, and stuff like that, and made stuff out of metal and whatnot. But he called me like the last cycle or the 2 cycles ago. My bad. and told me that, he made E5. And I was like, dude, congrats. And he was like, yeah, dude, I owe it to you. And I'm grateful that you taught me like what you knew before you left and stuff like that. So it's like when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, dang, dude, I really wish I didn't leave sometimes just
Yeah.
so I could still be there with those guys. But I don't know, man. There was something about being in dry dock that just killed it for me, and just the way that I just didn't feel it anymore, dude. I didn't feel like I was happy anymore. I don't know, like, but I definitely do miss it sometimes. I definitely do.
So yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah,
was
being
probably it was probably the easiest job that I'll ever have, but I mean, it's what
nah,
it is.
going essentially graduating like A school or C school or whatever, and going straight to dry dock for your whole contract
Yeah,
is
dude,
not.
it's
I mean, that's. I wish the Navy would.
wouldn't do that.
I want to
It'd
say
be
not do
different.
that, but like, I, don't- I maybe send
I
you
wish that
TAD to a boat.
See, that's the thing, dude. Like when I was working at an offsite facility, I won't do it for, confidentiality reasons. Like, not just gonna give up the spot. But when I was over there, dude, like I was the only machinist for for the entire ship. Like, and I mean, a ship I'm talking about. There's a lot of people. Like
Yeah,
it's not little, and I'm the only one for that many like departments and stuff like that. So it took a big toll on me. Even though I made it through the ranks faster and stuff like that, I feel because of that. Every time, dude, I would always ask them when I was there, like, "Hey, send me TAD. Like, let me go get my legs. Like, let me go and get some time under my belt. At sea, and
yeah,
I want to experience it. Like, I really do. Like, don't get me wrong, I was happy that I was able to go home every day.
yeah,
Besides duty and stuff, I was glad I was able to go home every day to my wife and my dogs and stuff, and be able to go on the weekends and hang out with my friends and stuff like that. But I wanted to go and experience it because 90% of my friends that I had that I served with, they had all been out on deployments. They had all been under command previously that was always going out and stuff like that, and they got to experience going to different countries and stuff like that, and actually like seeing what it's like to be in the Navy.
yeah,
Um, like every time, dude, I'd ask them like, let me go, let me go, let me go, and they'd be like, yeah, we're gonna put in a form, like a request for you, and we'll let you know. And I'm like, cool. And then they would come back to me and be like, no, you're too important here. Like, we're not gonna let you go. And I'm like, dude, like you're killing me, dude. Like you're giving me this false sense of hope, because they would even come up to me sometimes and be like, hey, yeah, like you're gonna go, like do you want to go? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, okay, cool, we'll let you know. And then they would come back and be like, no, you can't go. And
yeah.
it's like, what am I supposed to do? I can't just like be like, all right, peace out, and you go jump on a ship and go out to sea with
Nah, I
them,
feel you.
with nobody knowing. Like, I don't know, man. It's just interesting. But
Yeah,
no, I I definitely do miss it. I mean,
yeah. There's some things I miss about the boat. Um, being in the being in
dude,
the
you're living a lot.
squadron life right now,
I,
like
I
so I'm a part of rotary wing, so like helicopters.
yeah,
We work on MH-60 Sierras for you
yeah.
guys that don't know. But I miss the boat. I miss being ship's company a lot more than being squadron based per se. I think boat life has a set of structures and just an attitude from the leadership that makes it a lot better than the
See, and
squadron
I
life.
and see on that aspect of the leadership, like I definitely feel like if I would have went to a boat that was deployable and all that kind of stuff, I probably would have. I mean, I probably would have stayed. I mean, I feel like it probably could have been better for me. I
Yeah,
was just getting
I mean
I was just getting
we were
burnt.
also
I
in
was just
during the
getting burnt out.
we were also in during COVID and shit. So I mean,
Dude,
my first
COVID.
deployment we left Vietnam
Oh
and
yeah,
yeah
I,
we all had COVID and that
I
was
remember when. Yeah, I remember when you got to Guam, dude. And you called me and you were like, "Yeah, dude, everybody's sick." I
yeah
was like,
we
"Dude,
got to Guam.
what?"
We were chilling for the first. We pulled into Guam for the first time. We were there for like 4 days. You know, we were partying, having fun. doing the sailor shit, and then we left. We pulled into Vietnam maybe a month and a half later, 2 months, and we were there for 4 days as well. I mean, dude, I got some Vietnam stories that are fucking awesome. But we left Vietnam, and 'cause during that time, like nobody knew shit about COVID, and it was the 2 weeks. Like after 2 weeks, like you'll start seeing symptoms, right? Start People
Yeah.
start popping positive and shit, and we were a week and a half from pulling into because it was we were going to go from Vietnam to Thailand. So it was going to be a very short transit, and we were going to do like pretty much back-to-back ports, which was pretty nice. But we were like a week and away, week and a half, 2 weeks from Thailand, and the CO
Dude,
came
I
on, and
bet
he
that
was
would have been
like,
so cool, dude.
"Dude, I know." CO came on, he was like, "Yeah, we have 3 positives." Okay. Like dude, I remember the exact moment I was in Hangar Bay 3, and I was mail orderly, and we were soaring through like 600 pallets of mail, and just handing mail out to all the sailors and stuff and their families. But two days went by, 3 days went by, and the CO came back on board or on the 1MC and was like, "Hey, we got around 1,200 positives now." And like,
Dude,
dude,
that.
yeah, you hear that
I
shit and you're
mean,
like, "Holy
but
fuck,"
what do
because
you?
like nobody
I
knew.
mean, but what do you? Like you.
Yeah, I'm living in a berthing with 180 men,
And see,
and
and that
my
dude,
cubicle
that
is like
was.
the size of me, and there's 6 people
Oh
living
my
in it. So
god,
yeah,
dude.
but
And see,
I got lucky. I never had it.
and see, I know exactly what you're talking about because we were on the same class of ship. So I understand like how many people there are and how fast it can spread, dude. Like when when it first hit, like obviously I wasn't on the ship, like I got put over at the offsite facility, but dude, like we were getting reports from our command at the offsite facility that like or off ship, I should say, um, that like they had 20 new cases that day, and the next day it was like 100 and some odd cases, and then the next day all these shipyard workers are getting it, and the shipyard has 5,000 confirmed cases. I'm just like, dude, what is going on? Like,
Yeah, it
and
was
then all of a
absolutely
sudden
nuts.
they started doing these schedules where you'd work one day out of the week. You'd have a certain team that would come in. You'd work one day out of the week, and you'd be off the rest of the you'd and they would go like if you worked Monday, then you'd have off until that next Tuesday, and then you would work that next Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday. And that's how, dude. That's how it went for so long. And then COVID, they took us off of duty on the ship, and they put us on strict duty over at the off ship facility. So like you just stand a quarter deck watch, and uh, I don't. For I guess I'll explain that a little bit. Quarter deck watch is just basically where you're sitting at one post, like where people come in and that's where you initially meet contact and you ask them for their ID or whatever. It's different on a ship than it is where I was at, but same similar type of thing. But like yeah, dude, like that's all you had to do, and you would literally like some they got down to where literally you would only come in for watch. They shut down the entire facility, and you would literally only go in for like a 6 hour watch, and then you would go home, and that was it. You and for the person that was coming in next, you were supposed to go out the side door when they were coming in the front door, so you didn't even go in contact with them. It was insane, dude. I was like, what is going on? Like,
Yeah, that's pretty
I
nuts.
dude, and I was I was just like, dude,
Dude,
I mean,
COVID
this is
was a
kind of
crazy
sweet.
time.
I was like, dude, this is kind of sweet because I'm getting all this time off. But at the same time, I was like, it sucks just sitting in the house all day. Like, I don't enjoy sitting in the house all day. I want to go do stuff.
Yeah,
Like, like I can't even explain it. Like, it's just, it's a new level of like low. Like you're sitting there, dude, because you can't go and do anything, and then man.
yeah. COVID kind of
Dude,
fucked everything up, dude.
the cool thing is too though, I never got it either. I still haven't. I'm still
Oh,
clean,
well,
dude. Like,
I've had it recently down here,
oh,
down in
dude,
Key
I
West. Yeah, me, Savannah, if my kids had it, we got fucked up, dude. We were sick
dude.
as
Oh
fuck.
yeah, yeah, you told me that. No,
Yeah,
I
that shit
mean
was
my
no
wife,
joke.
dude. It was weird. Like my wife, I mean, you know her. She she got she got COVID, and I had went to work that morning, and we didn't know that she had COVID. So I told her, "Hey, take a COVID test. Like, go to the store and grab a COVID test. I'm gonna go to work." I shouldn't even have went. I should.
Yeah.
It was, I should. I wore a mask and everything, but I shouldn't even have went. Honestly, I, but I got there, and I had my mask on, and they're like, "What's up, dude? What's with the mask?" This is like modern day. Not nobody's wearing a mask anymore.
Yeah.
And I walk into the building, and they're like, What's up with the mask, dude?" Like my supervisor, he's cool, old, retired army dude, and I'm like, I think my wife has COVID. Dude, he opened his eyes up so wide and was like, "All right, come with me." Took me to the office, dude, put me in a room by myself and was like, uh, "Wait for your wife to text you." And I was like, "Okay." So I texted her and I was like, "Hey, do you have COVID? Like, what's going on?" And she was like, "I just took the test. I'll have the results." And, the rapid test gives in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting. And all of a sudden she's like, "I don't know, but this might be positive." And so, like, because it was a very faint line, and she sent it to me, and I could see it, and I was like, "Yeah, you're positive." So I immediately I told them, I was like, "Hey, she's positive." They're like, "All right, go to Walgreens, grab a test." So I went. I had this. I left. Walgreens didn't open for like another hour, so I'm just sitting in the Walgreens parking lot, just waiting for Walgreens to open to go in and get a test. I go in. I take it, and then they're like, "You know what? Just go home. Like you'll be paid for the week." And I was like, "Ah, cool." So I mean, I came home, but even when she had
Yeah, a lot of
COVID, dude,
people are getting hooked up.
dude, even when like when she had COVID, I never got it. We slept in the same bed, we hung out together. Like I, I, I
That's
never,
crazy.
I never, I never
Maybe you're
got it. I
asymptomatic.
mean,
Maybe you got it, but you just didn't know.
I
You just
mean,
didn't have any
well, that's the
symptoms.
thing. I took the test; it was negative.
Yeah,
So
asymptomatic people usually they'll have a negative test.
well, cool. I guess I'm asymptomatic then.
Well, maybe. I mean, I
Well, yeah, I
I don't know.
don't.
I'm just
Well,
saying
dude,
there's a
even
possibility.
when I was still in the Navy, man, like, uh, I mean, they were doing these things called close contact lists, basically to where if you're within contact of somebody for like, I think it's 15 feet for like more than 5 to 10 minutes or something like that. I don't know if they had what like that where you were at,
Do they still have it today?
but they still have it. Okay, all right, well, but at this facility, like when it first hit, it was like everybody's still working together. There's no like breaking
Yeah.
down the teams and stuff like that. Everybody just has a mask on. Dude, like I had almost every single one of my friends got it, and they put me on their close contact list. Every single one of them did. So, dude, I was getting 14 days. I'd come back for like 2 days, boom, another 14 days. Go back for a week,
Damn.
boom, 14 days. Dude, it got to the point of where so many people were getting like having to go home and all this kind of stuff to where like they just stopped it, dude. They were like, if you're not family or if you don't live in that house with them, like you're not going home. Like you go get tested. If you come back negative, like you're coming back to work. And I'm like, dude, this is wild. Like because they were getting upset that so many people were at home that
Yeah.
nobody was coming to work. I mean, I understand it, like being in the yards, dude, we had a deadline. We had to be out in a certain amount of time, and now we hold the record for or that ship holds the record for the longest, process going through the shipyard. So I mean, it's insane. Like,
Yeah, I feel you.
uh, COVID, man, COVID. Super
What were
interesting.
some things you wanted to talk about?
Uh, I wanted to dive into esports a little bit. Mainly, I mean, you and me were both OpTic fans for like, I mean, every esport that they have. Halo, COD. I wish that they had a CS:GO team still. I did see a video the other day that it was the OpTic Trivia CS:GO edition.
Yeah.
Hector said that he wants to get back into it, so that might be something that we could look into for the future and possibly look forward to. Um, but
Yeah,
no,
the
man,
last OpTic
mainly,
CS:GO team kind of shit the
yeah.
bag with the cheating
Oh,
scandal and fucking
100%, dude. Dude, they really let Hector down on that one. I'm not gonna lie. That
yeah,
was
they Remember the OpTic CS:GO house? That was
Dude,
probably one of
that
the coolest team
CS:GO house,
houses I've ever
dude,
seen.
it was so dope, dude. But even talking about just like Optic in general, bro, like the old like Optic houses when everybody lived together, it was not like, oh, I'm married now or I have a girlfriend, I'm gonna go and live, I'm gonna go buy a house myself and do this and do that. Like everybody lived together and the content was so premium, dude.
Oh yeah, the Scuff
Like,
house was awesome.
dude, like don't get me wrong, like the content now is like still like dope, but like that content then, dude, with like Crim, Maniac, Scump, Nade Shot, Formal, and just like Bose and all those other guys just like in the house, bro. It was just so elite. Like
Yeah, I
it's
miss it.
just it's crazy to like look back at it and be like, dude, look at where we're at now and look where like they were. Like it it
That
just
was a
gives you
long
some
time
kind of
ago.
dude, it just gives you like a feeling of nostalgia. Like, dang, dude, I miss when like the content was like that, you or like you had you know, Maniac was always doing vlogs and Scump was doing vlogs and then they would mess with each other all the time. Like it was just
He's
so
kind of
prime,
he's
dude.
Maniac's kind of back doing that the vlog stuff.
No, yeah, no, definitely, dude. I'm so glad. Like, don't get me wrong, like he's definitely like a different person now, but I like the changes that he's been making, like
Yeah,
I don't know if you watched the whole process, that video of you know, like when he was going through all that rough time in his life and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like, dang, dude, like you would never expect it from him just because he was always super like happy and all that. Like when he was at the Optic house, like
hmm,
just, it's crazy. But like now he's
yeah.
back and I'm glad he's back with Optic. When he was with the Mutineers, dude, I was like, dude, that's not where he belongs, man. Like he belongs back with Optic. Like, and that I watched that podcast when he came back, and I was just like, dude, that is legit. Like that man started like crying, bro, and I felt for him. I was like, dude, that's so legit that he's back with them now. Like,
Dude, everything got
man,
better once Hex fucking put out Pine Park.
oh, 100%.
I ain't gonna lie, I want to try it. I want to see what they working with.
Well, you gotta wait, my guy,
I don't know. Eventually.
but eventually. Um, but no, man, like I really like, I guess, the direction that it was sad when Scump retired. Like I watched that video a few times, like in like a week, bro. I watched it like 4 or 5 times because I was like, damn, there's no way this shit's true. But I mean, I understand his reasoning for it, and I'm 100% like respect his decision and understand like why he did it. And I mean, dude, I watch his videos. Every single video that comes out, I watch. I mean, his 70 kill challenge is it just like his fun videos and or like his competitive stuff that he'll play with like methods and stuff like that, or like the podcast that they'll do, like they'll run like old school games where they'll do like kind of vets versus newbies and stuff. It's cool, man.
Road to Commander.
Yeah, Road to Commander's legit.
Yeah, I'm
They
enjoying that.
haven't, dude. I don't know if you've been noticing, but they don't really be playing that too much anymore because freaking Call of Duty's got so many hackers in ranked play now, dude.
Yeah, I stopped playing ranked play. I can't do it anymore, dude.
Dude, it was just too sweaty for me. Like I used to be a lot better than what I am now. Like in pubs, dude, I can still, hold my own and do good. But like
Yeah.
I've never been good at like making real like good game decisions. Like that's why I like playing with like a full squad or having somebody that really understands kind of like how I play or I understand how that other person plays. Like when me and you play, like I know how you're gonna play. I know how you're gonna play every single game. So it's like it's just nice to have somebody that can be that like that other person. Like I really honestly I don't like playing by myself, dude. Like I can't vibe. Like
No, same.
I just don't have like a good like vibe to like roll into to really get into it, I guess. But no, man. What like I guess one of the questions I wanted to ask you is like I know that we're pretty far into like the season and everything already of like CDL and stuff, but what do you think of like the Optic team? Like, how do you feel like Ghostie's a good fit, or do you think
Yeah, I think
like
I think he's a way better fit than Illy. I think with
yeah,
Illy, the squad it was just weird. They really weren't vibey, I would say. But like even though Optic's taken second the past two majors, they seem to be the best fundamentally sound team in the league right now. And I don't even think it's close.
yeah, and I think I mean personally, I think that they have. I mean, Shotzi, man, that that dude be bouncing off of walls, bro.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Bro,
have you seen the stat of Optic versus FaZe?
no, I didn't see it.
Dude, we've lost one respawn this whole season to them.
Oh no, we were talking about that. Was it the last major? We were talking about it
Yeah,
because
it was
we
last
both
major.
were
It
watching it.
was last
Dude,
weekend
yeah,
on Saturday
yeah,
when
yeah,
we played
yeah.
FaZe.
You were telling me about that actually.
One
That's
respawn the whole season.
dude,
Controlling hardpoint, they've taken one
freaking
map off
nuts,
of us.
dude. Yeah,
They just can't
man.
beat us.
I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah, we're playing really good right now.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess you could say that. I mean, no? I was gonna say is Dashy really like the only like vet? I guess on Optic, like that's kind of how
Nah,
I see it
you got
to an
Hook.
extent. I mean,
Hook's been playing for a long time.
yeah. Has he been
Shotzi's
okay?
been playing for a few years.
I was
Obviously,
gonna
this is
say the
Ghosty's rookie
the only
season, but Hook's
I
been
was gonna
playing for
say
a long time.
the first time I ever heard of Shotzi was when he was with Dallas Empire in MW 2019. That was the
Yeah,
first time I ever heard of him. But I've known Dashy for well, I don't know him personally, but it'd be dope to meet him. But uh, like I guess the first time I ever saw Hook too was on Dallas Empire. So I just was like, oh, they got some they got some rookies on Dallas Empire, and then when they won, champs, I was like, damn, like they can play, you know.
yeah,
And then when Hex finally bought Optic back, dude, I was like, dude, this is gonna be a crazy CDL season.
yeah. It is. What
And
about you? Been
then
watching the Halo team?
yeah, I watch that not as much as probably what I should, but at the same time, I mean, I I, I watch as much as I can. I'm I'm glad that Formal is back in Halo. I know that that's kind of like
Yeah,
old news, but I'm glad that Formal's in Halo. Like that dude, he's a monster.
yeah. He,
It,
I think he's better in Halo than he is in COD.
yeah, no, personally, that I think so too. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was great AR in COD, like great,
Yeah,
but like in Halo, he just has like a different like I feel like he plays with way more intensity in Halo. Like it just, oh man, I don't know.
yeah. I feel you.
But
But
yeah, no, I mean, Halo's a good game. I mean, I still play it. I mean,
yeah, Halo's fun. I'd be playing that stuff too. But I don't know. I don't really got anything else
yeah, I think that's good for our
first
first
episode.
yeah, first off the top.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, just we're just breaking the ice, but it's obviously going to get
Yeah.
more consistent and more understanding of topics and stuff. But we just wanted to
Oh yeah,
just get on here and just speak whatever was on our mind, I guess. And I think
definitely,
it went well.
definitely. Oh yeah. No, I'm definitely super super hyped to like dive way more deep into all this.
Yeah, me too. Me too. But we're gonna be posting this every Friday.
All right. Sounds good. I'll clear the
Bet, man.
schedule.
Alrighty.
All right.